we're back to play some NBA. See, this if you wanted to tune in. Yeah, we're back, so...
It's the 2K Sports pregame
I think one
show.
of you wanted to watch, so...
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson,
Here we are.
welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Well, for Atlanta, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that.
See how this
The
goes.
Hawks under coach Mike Budenholzer
Haven't played
became such a
basketball in a
model of
while.
offensive efficiency last season. What about Budenholzer's system, Kenny, works so well?
Well, the funny thing about it, I ran into Budenholzer last night at a restaurant, and we were talking about that. The pick and roll that they use just has 2 or 3 different variations. That's why it's really successful. It's hard to scout and hard to defend that guy. And thanks for dinner, coach.
Yeah, what did he have? What did you have, and what did he have?
Well, after he said he was paying for dinner, I put a couple extra things on my plate.
And what were those?
Oh yeah, so we're talking about dinner now.
And
Hilarious.
I don't believe this guy. Anyway, Mike Budenholzer, the son of Greg Popovich, he's a great coach. Not only do they have plays, they have counter plays for everything that a defense might throw, and he's just getting it done. Hopefully they can go a little further this year.
did you and Coach Bud go to the drive-thru, or did you walk inside?
No, we did not go through a drive-through. And shout out to assistant coach Darvin Ham as well.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan
Name
as we
dropper.
get set for tip-off.
Such a name
Okay,
dropper.
what does that have to do with basketball?
Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers. At center, Roy Hibbert. At power forward, Julius Randle. At point guard, Jordan.
We'll be right back. I'm
Clarkson.
gonna make sure that we're on here.
At the other guard position, D'Angelo Russell. At the other guard position, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of the visiting team is Byron Scott. Starting at small forward, standings the other forward.
The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Hawks to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5. Now here's Booker. Good work defensively by Millsap. Now here's Teague. Outside Millsap. Back to Teague. And it's sent back by Russell. Millsap misses. On defense, the Hawks. The drive by Bryant. Offensive rebound, Hibbert. And he banks in the layup. Hibbert's got the game going here with the first basket for the Lakers.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Teague. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before. But shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
The Hawks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Teague kicks to Millsap. And Hibbert with the block. They recover it. Horford has a wide open look. The 15-footer, good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
And Bryant kicks to Randall. Back to Kobe. Dishes it to Clarkson. Wants to get it to Kobe and does.
Kobe Bryant is such a great all-around player. I mean, if there's one thing people don't talk about, it's his passing. He's 4th overall in assists amongst active players.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the second free throw, good. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, a bit ago, Myron Scott and I were able to chat. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Bazemore, following the basket by Julius Randle. And going back to Kobe Bryant, guys, he had to learn the same thing that Michael Jordan had to learn on his own. To win championships, you have to trust your teammates and not take everything upon yourself.
Yeah, Kobe learned from the best and played with some of the best. So you can't ask for a better way to spend a career.
Open shot, Horford, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
All right, let's go.
Horford's got his second bucket of the night. Lakers leading by 3. Russell passes to Randall. Lakers working the ball around now. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Millsap after the basket by the Lakers. And here's Clarkson. Pass to Russell. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and that one's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Bryant dishes to Russell. Ejected by Teague. That's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. On defense, Atlanta. 7-point differential. Shots good by Williams.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency.
Hey, Ethan, welcome to the stream.
Injuries, they had to shuffle
I just glad you showed up. Your Wi-Fi went out?
Well, you
was
know
it
what
from the
happened
storm?
with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the
I guess
future.
it could have been.
I think
Is there a storm where you are?
in
I'm not
regards
sure.
to what they're going to do this offseason.
Atlanta's gone.
I think it's thundering outside or something.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty.
Yeah, so we're playing as the Hawks.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
the
I completely
offense has basically
understand.
been running in place.
They got to get going.
My Wi-Fi's been doing some
Scott
crazy
can't
things
get
too.
it to go.
And typically he
But,
has the
I think it's
touch
fixed
to
now.
finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Nance a screen. Wide open look, and it's good.
A lot of space.
I just checked the time of our last show. We've been streaming almost an hour, which is
over the top of that screen.
time's really gone by quick.
Now here's Schroeder. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's Splitter using his post moves to get the 2 points. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle, here's Bass, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
All right, first quarter over.
Leading by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Pretty close game, though. We'll catch up. So if you could bet on a winner now, would you bet on me? I'm the Hawks, and would you bet on the Lakers? And who would you put on your fantasy basketball team?
Talking about the confidence
Maybe
of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league. You know, if we work together and, you know, put everything into play, you know, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. You know, that's the attitude we have to keep.
That's pretty inspirational.
It's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do,
LeBron.
But really it is about
yeah, he's almost too good.
I mean, those are the two elements that if you
bring
to the table, you really will have a
chance he's really good
to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a
I like
roll.
LeBron.
Getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having
I'd put Jeff Teague on there
just
because I like Jeff Teague.
And you can ride that for quite
yeah,
a
I think
Jeff Teague! Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown.
Also put
for Los Angeles.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Teague and Korver are the guards. Horford is out there with Humphries. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
That's his first personal
well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. He's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well.
Yeah, Steph is good at threes.
He's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore's checked in. Randall's checked in for the Lakers.
A lot of times, though,
just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight
a lot of times, though, you know, like LeBron can just get through the whole field and just plow through everybody. He's on one of the 2Ks.
Athletic, you know, sometimes you forget that.
They need to get more games for PS4.
Also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing.
If I could get some more games in the future, which ones would you recommend?
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Just drop the mic.
The Hawks trail by 11.
Can you guys still hear me?
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
It will be the show, so. Yeah, I need to do that. Can you play multiplayer baseball, though? Like, online?
Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician.
And do you know what year he has? Like, the latest one or an older one?
From that spot on the floor, he was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates blow by and get right to the rim. And listen, sometimes
I wonder if there's a way to live stream the
miss
PS3.
the easiest of opportunities.
The current one.
Nance outside.
Yeah, I'll need to get that one.
And it's Russell in the corner.
But yeah, I wonder if there's a way to live stream the PS3 because I have a lot more games
The
on
shot is
PS3 than I do
good.
the PS4.
And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
There's a lot of cool things that we can do.
At attack guard.
I need to figure out a way to do
An
that.
average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeff Teague. Hibbert with the screen. Russell kicks to Hibbert. The 11-footer. The shot no
There's
good.
a FanDuel advertisement.
And Atlanta will come the other way. Korver against Russell. Korver, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And they get it back. Korver kicks to Korver. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Korver's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. Right wing. Here's Clarkson. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Chris Humphries. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Lets it go with a 3.
Nice.
His second
Nice.
take in 4
Good
attempts.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success.
That was a great
with,
shot,
guys.
actually.
They've got to
Pretty
get
good.
a hand in the face.
I never figured out how to do the free throws though.
Millsap against
Like I can never get
Pass with the
a
screen.
free throw and actually make it.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. And again, the Lakers no good. The Hawks trail by 8. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was to play the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And the Hawks making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Williams is checked in. Lakers leading by 8. Bass with the screen. Off the pick. And too long on the shot.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Splitter inside. Passes there. And there's the 3-second violation.
I had to switch remotes. But I think we're good now.
2 left in the first half.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their role superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move. Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. His dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Rear passes to Scott. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And the Lakers have possession. It's pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years. Has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Here's Randall. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And it's 6 points for Julius Randle.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Hardaway, that's good.
In that tight, that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Wirtz. He's guarded by Schroeder. Kobe kicks to Bass. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season,
there they go. They always get the free
throws. That comes in handy in close games.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive
maybe I'll make a video of
look to build on.
Of the Ted Cruz rally.
9 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Teague. And we finished one half.
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Better skip the halftime show. You can't skip the halftime show?
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta? And that'll do it for now as we send you back to
there
Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at center.
Hold the button
and he uses the glass on the
way.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket
as you
coming
shoot
off a
PS4 down?
Well, when you look at the assist total,
so hold the button down to the bar, hits the middle of the dark bar. Oh, that's what you do. Okay, thanks.
And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's
Never
career
could figure
started.
out
I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg. 14 minutes in, and the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Hawks. And the Lakers also making a switch. Nance is checked in.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his struggles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
And Nance kicks to Clarkson. It's stolen by Schroeder. Now the dish to Bazemore. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Pretty good.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket.
That's pretty good.
And don't let them set up the defense.
The shot's good from Bryant.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did
also, what is
on the foot.
What does everybody think about my logo?
Hopefully,
Is it good, bad?
Stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Made it like in a couple seconds. I couldn't think of anything better to
He's picked
do.
it by Millsap. And it's Hibbert missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Nance kicks to Bryant. The Lakers working the ball around now. Hibbert missing again.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Over to the wing. Down low. Here's Millsap. Rebound by Kobe. Kobe's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Clarkson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Atlanta making some changes. Humphreys comes in for Al Horford. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver. Hardaway, no good.
Neon green,
Well, they've been
black
better
letters.
than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams.
Oh yeah, that's what I should do. It's a great idea. Thanks for the.
That's what's enabled them to build
thanks for the
such
advice.
a big lead, no doubt about it.
I'll try to do that
Last season, the Hawks not
after I'm
only
done
had a great
streaming.
year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
What font should I
that's
use
great
for the
news
letters?
for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hogs, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Humphreys. They get it back.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third.
Yeah, I guess I'll just pick
hits the
something that
bucket.
looks cool. I mean, I'm not going to
Hibbert's
use
got
Times
12
New
in the
Roman
game.
or
He
Arial.
does not play the score. I mean, he's going to
Because that'll
continue
just
to
look too
work his
generic.
tail
I guess
off
we'll pick
on the
something
glass
like-
and make plays just like that.
They get it again. Humphreys.
I don't know.
And Hibbert with the block. Outside Bryant. Bryant is double. He feeds it to Hibbert.
I wonder what that
Lets it
Marvel
go from
font's
14.
called.
And that one goes out
Never
of
seen it
bounds.
before. Maybe
Last touch by Millsap.
Yeah, find it.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters
Yeah, I
checked
do
in
feel like
for
the logo
Humphreys.
needs updating.
Mike Scott comes
So
in for Paul Millsap. Tabo Cephalosha has checked in for Hardaway. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. And here is Los Angeles now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
yeah, I'll go work on that after the
right
stream.
there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Scott against Randall, and finished off by Scott.
Not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Burgess passes to Williams. Randall with a screen for Williams. Pass to Randall. Here's Wirtz. Nance outside from outside the arc. It's rebounded by T. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Williams with the steal. And there's the pass to Wirtz. Shoots the three. Goes back up. And it's Randall getting it to go. Randall's got 10 points.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it.
I actually was in a
hustling
car
the
accident
rebounds,
today,
the putbacks. The other team just a step
earlier
slower.
today,
And he gets it to go.
at a roundabout,
6 points for Jeff T.
hit a car.
Even
so.
though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, He's a guy that
It was a
doesn't
little
back
startling,
down.
though.
He's beyond being intimidated.
Kicked by Randall. Here's Bass. No good with the elbow jumper. No good.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Well, you have to love the energy
hold
and
the
the effort
thing
given
down.
every night by Kent Bazemore hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs
I don't
the
know
floor
if we can
like
get the
a
win at
tornado,
this
can
point.
handle the ball. The consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you
Wait,
you
so-
have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there.
Right.
And you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be affected.
We'll try to
And
get the win,
He
yeah.
focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little
Hey,
things
hold it down and
that add up to
what
victory.
blue bar?
And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a 5-star recruit
Yeah,
coming
never
out of
mind.
high
We're
school.
gonna
He
win.
was solid and unspectacular in college. Entered the NBA as an undrafted free agent. Exceeded everybody's expectations.
Hawks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Korver. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I think we can still win though.
And it's blocked. Millsap kicks to Cephalosha. He's looking for Teague and finds him. And the layup's good off the glass.
And getting back to Kent Bazemore, I mean, he will always have a role in this league because of his defense and his positive attitude. He's the kind of guy who gets counted out early and goes on to have a legitimate
Hold the
10-year
button.
NBA career.
Kicks to Randall.
W until the cage reaches.
They get it back.
Oh, the
It's
white
good.
bar.
Now he's
Okay.
shooting 6 for 7.
He's been
I'll
one
have
of
to
their
try
more
that.
reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this.
Never,
There's the feed to Horford.
never knew how to do
Millsap a
that.
screen. Horford attacking. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road game.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Clarkson. Good on the three-point shot.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Hibbert. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. Good on the shot.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And it's Korver in the corner.
Well, I kind of doubt there's any catching up this game.
Horford in the post, covered by Hibbert. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D.
Yeah, maybe we'll win
8
next time.
points for Al Horford.
I actually want to get the
Just
FIFA,
no chance for
the
the
new
smaller
FIFA
defender to block
game.
that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
They get the rebound, and it's denied. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Russell. Shot is off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Pushing it up. Here's Teague. Finished off the break. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Here's Clarkson. Rejected
Yeah,
by
you should
Millsap.
you
And
should
the
definitely make
basket
YouTube
good.
videos.
Well, this team has really been
Pretty
on the
fun to do,
offensive glass
actually.
here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Yeah, in FIFA, I have the FIFA 15.
Schroeder with the roll.
It's a great
Russell's
game.
there. The Shot misses.
What's your favorite
Great
team?
that time from Hibbert for Los Angeles. They've
I like the
gotten into a
Belgium
pretty
team
good
pretty
groove,
well.
Going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Clarkson. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And did you watch
Clarkson's
the
got
Euro
9
final?
points now in just the second half.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Clearly a mental lapse and at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Mike Muscala is checked in for Horford. Humphreys comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Heinrich in for T. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season.
Oh, you can only watch 5 minutes
for a
of
guy of
clips.
his caliber.
Splitters checked in for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Dennis Schroeder.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college, does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
Hawks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
So which team did you want to win
Gets
the
it to
Euro
go
final?
down on the assist from Cephalosha.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that.
Yeah, that's
to
one
get it
thing
done.
with the Xbox
Well, guys,
One
this
now.
was never really a contest, just a
I think the PS4 is better about that because, you know, I can only upload 15 minutes of video if I'm just videoing, but live stream is like unlimited. So I can live stream for,
an all-around.
I guess I could do it all day if I
Clark,
wanted to.
Thought that maybe even going into the game.
Of course, I'm not
I
going to do
certainly
that.
did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
It will do
And
like
when you
a,
look back at this one, what an amazing performance.
it will do like
this
a
was
5-hour
for Hibbert.
live stream
It was
for like
the kind of
1,000
game
subscribers
that
or
all
something.
scorers
If we ever
dream
get
of,
there.
where the basket seemed as wide
Yeah, for me, I
as
just got a
barrel.
copyright
And the fans
claim
already
for
heading
my
for
last
the
live
exits.
stream. I guess I'll
Clearly
take
not
out
pleased with the way
something.
things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything. You know, with Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. was one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Hawks. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Excellent use of the screen that time.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Heinrich with it. He dishes it to Scott. Lets it go from 11.
Well, I guess the game's not over.
Assist by Heinrich as
This
that
is
one
fun.
goes in.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Here's Williams, and it's good.
And they're not
It's been
finished
fun doing this live
just yet.
stream.
They're
It's,
going to make sure about this win.
Yeah,
kinda
not
new.
taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Here's Heinrich. And they
Yeah,
call
it
over
was
the
a bad
back here.
loss,
Too
you
much
know.
contact.
Yeah, nothing wrong
But that's
with
okay.
fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day.
Well, that's
And,
that.
I like
Anyway,
that kind of
I'm getting kind of
aggressive play,
tired, so
But he's got to do a little better job
I guess
of
I'll
trying
end the
to get
stream
position
here.
earlier in that case.
That's a
You know,
good
thanks for
point.
watching. If you like this
Positioning
video,
is so vital when
make
you're
sure you
trying
give it
to
a like
rebound
or comment,
basketball.
subscribe if you like, and
Something that wasn't on display
yeah, stay
in
tuned for new videos,
So it's
and I will
Los
see you
Angeles winning this one easily.
sometime
This crowd
soon in the
was
next
stunned by
stream.
the manner
So
in which their team was
thanks for
dismantled.
watching.
You know what? Shocking.